What is going on, everyone? Mr. Mom Collectibles. I am back with a very exciting and very anticipated review, and this is going to be of the Topo Studios Drifter set. Now, this is something that I had on order for quite some time with 1/6 kit, and we opened the box here. We don't really have much going on because I already pre-assembled the figure. I really wanted to enjoy this one, honestly, and assemble it in my own time and kind of go through it. So, I mean, most of it's just putting on the clothing, but we'll go through the details of the more important things. But this is my first set from Topo, and like many, you're probably going to have spare Bruce Wayne sculpts if you have Batman figures, either Hot Toys or in art. And so this is going to be a popular set. I know Present Toys has made their own, but this has been the one I think most people have been waiting for. And I got to say, I mean, Topo really kind of blew me away. I've never owned any of their products before, but this is definitely the first. And the attention to detail on their tailoring is just impeccable. Now, you do have the option, if you get it with kit, if you spend a little bit more money, I think it was like $20, they will give you a body. I'm going to tell you right now, the body's shit. It really is. You can see here, I mean, the boots come with the clothing outfit, but if you can get your own body, maybe with stronger joints, ankle joints, and just upgrade the body a little bit, then I would probably recommend doing so. The boot, you know, as you can see here, the articulation really is kind of weak on the ankles. There's no split cut on the boots, so posing him in a lot of walking thing, you're going to have a little bit of issues with that. So you might want to be interested in looking into a better body. Now, I love the detailing here with the wraps on the hands. That is something that I really, really like. We're going to focus in on that and kind of stay here so you guys can look at the details. But like the wraps on the hands, and the hands themselves have a little bit of give to them. They're not totally like molded like hard plastic, so there's a little bit of play in the hands. But I just absolutely love the tailoring on everything, the multiple layers. I forgot honestly how many layers this character was wearing, so if you do get a body, definitely get something on the thinner side, because he's wearing 1, 2, 3, at least 4 layers. He has the bomber jacket, he has a regular zip up hoodie, he has a long sleeve t-shirt, and then he has a gray crew neck t-shirt that is like the lower end layer. So now if you unzip this, little touches like this I love, aside from the detailing, but I love how the button down shirt they did magnetic. So I mean, it just that to me was definitely a big deal. And like I said, you have the zip up there with the layers. It just looks so great, and the quality, the detail for the price on what this is, I was just, like I said, I was astonished. I've never owned anything from Topo. They definitely got a customer for life with me. If I need suits or anything like that, I'm definitely going to be buying their products just because of their tailoring and stuff. And like I said, even like the little details of like, you know, the drawstring there. Now, one thing I want to focus in on was when you get your figure, aside from the clothing pieces and all that stuff, you are going to get 2 wires, and you're going to be wondering where the hell these wires go. There's no instructions to this whatsoever, and I finally was able to figure out there's 2 different like wires to basically make something wired, and there's 2 different lengths, a longer and a small, and they are for the jacket and for the hoodie, the sweatshirt, if you want to replicate like a kind of moving in, give a little wired aspect to it. Now, you do not have to install them if you don't want to. Be clear, you do not have to, but if you want to add another layer, another dimension to this, you can do so. So now this is a quick little video. This is the one portion of unboxing I did film just because I wanted to see everyone to see this. Now, what you do, at least for what I did, like I said, there's 2 different lengths. There's a long and a shorter one. You can figure out the longer one is for the bomber coat and the shorter one is for the hoodie. And what you basically do is on the bottom, on the waist side of the jacket, where like this bunch is, I forget what you call that, the lining, you basically just feed it through. Like you just poke a hole through. Now, when I say poke a hole through, you're not causing any damage. You don't even see it. And then, like I said, you just you snake the wire through very gently to make sure it's all the way through. And then here, I left it kind of partially open on the hoodie so you guys can see what I mean by that. I just kind of picked it. I mean, I snaked it through, and the wire on the hoodie is a little shorter, so it does, it gives you enough play on both sides. And when you snake that wire through, you just make sure that it's completed on both ends. It may pop out when you go to actually bend it, but like I said, if you just got to work with it a little bit. But this is not required, but I know a lot of people are asking, like, what are these wires for? So it's to give some flexibility to the hoodie and to the jacket if you want to add another layer of your posing and have like a little more dynamic, if you will. But once again, this is not required. If you have them in certain poses, the wire actually is, it doesn't even come into play. It's a non-factor in some instances. But nevertheless, like I said, a pose like this, if he's walking, you want the jacket kind of a little bit open, you have that option. Now, for me, Moving up, we have the backpack. The backpack is great, attention to detail. One thing that I might do with mine is pack it with something to give it a little more weight to it. It's very light. It's packed with like, just stuff to bulk it out. But in times, the backpack wants to kind of like sit up a little bit because there's no weight to it, obviously. So I might look into doing something where, to kind of weigh the backpack down slightly just to give it a more realistic look. In times of posing, I had to be mindful of kind of readjusting the backpack. Not a deal breaker, but something to be think of that. Now, when it comes to we're going to zoom in. I have the Hot Toys head sculpt on mine. And when it comes to the actual figure itself, you do have also the neck adapter for the InArt. I don't have the InArt figure because, InArt doesn't ship shit anymore, apparently, or they decide to ship things whenever they want. But here's the Hot Toys one, which I do think is a better look overall. And there is like the little mask you put over his face if you want to when he was walking through the streets of Gotham. And like I said, here is the figure with the hair on it, the magnetic hair. Now you could pop the hair off and put the hood, or you put the hood over it like this. So this is the look that I have a lot, just because I like it a lot, because I like how you can see the hair. You do have the option of a hat, but you see I like this look a lot more, but you do have the option of the baseball hat. Now, to install the hat, the best method I have found, the hat does have some cotton inside the hat as well. What I have found is the best way to do it is to take off the magnetic hair altogether. It does not fit over the hair. It does not look natural. So here is the figure. I quickly put it on. I took the magnetic hair off the front piece and the back and put the hat on, and then the cotton that comes with it is meant to kind of pack it out, the back side of it, because you're removing the back dome of the hair. So this is just quickly mocking it up so you guys can see, but the hat does work. It does have a strap on it as well, so you can just play around with the adjustments. But like I said, for me, I don't like the hat because I like seeing a little bit of the hair falling down in front, especially if you have the Hot Toys with the messy hair look. So for me, the hat, it looks cool, but that's not going to be how we'll be permanently displaying my figure. But this is just to give you guys an idea if you guys are interested in the hat. It does work, especially if you have the rooted InArt. You just have to be careful if how much you're going to mess up the hair with that. But this is just to show you how the hat does work with like I said, there's the cotton there in the back, and it packs out that little dome side of the figure. But for me, I prefer the look without the hat, just because, like I said, you see the hair falling. I think it's a dramatic difference, but nevertheless, you do have the hat there. And this is just to give you some height comparisons. So what I have available is the Hot Toys Batman next to the Drifter, and then we have the InArt Bruce Wayne. Unfortunately, I don't have the InArt Batman to compare because, as I said, InArt ships shit when they want to, and they are all over the place. God knows I don't understand why we don't have the Batman, which could be right there, but I digress. So here is the height comparisons between the three. I do think that it compares better to the Hot Toys, but that is also going to be dependent on the body that you choose. If you get your own body with ankle adjustments and things like that, you can really customize this. But stock out, if you get everything from Topo, I think it does pair better with the Hot Toys Batman, but that is a little bit biased because, as I said, I do not have the InArt to do that comparison with. And then finally, we're just going to do some outdoor stuff. This is me outside at night, just playing around with lighting, just getting that really, trying to channel that inner Batman and like him walking with the lights and stuff. And like I said, this is just me and the camera, just doing a showcasing. And I have a independent flash behind me that I'm just taking and moving around just to replicate the light going in and out. So you're going to see a bunch of those shots like this. So I just wanted you guys to be able to get a look at this in a more natural environment, so to speak. those who are wondering, this is what he looks like somewhat on the Batcycle from Hot Toys. I hate to break it to you guys, but he doesn't fit properly on the bike with the way the body is, just the articulation and the the restrictions in the clothing. He just doesn't fit really well on it. So I tried to do a little bit of trickery and mock it up as best I could, just to give you a little bit of an idea of him on it. But ultimately, if you're trying to get a pose with him on the bike as is stock from Topo, it's next to really impossible. Just like I said, between the body they supply and the articulation with the clothing, you just can't get that full, if you try to get the feet on the pedals properly, then the body just gets all contorted. That's where I would recommend getting probably your own body to be able to get some flexibility in that. But for me, I was not able to achieve a complete 100% driving pose on the bike as is stock with the items from Topo. So I did want to kind of just let you guys know about that, but it does make for some cool shots here nevertheless. As you guys can see, I'm just playing around with some stuff here. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Drop a like on the video, and please consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll finish out the showcase. Until then, this is Mr. Mom Collectibles saying take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.